then you'd head out to Waverley and you'd sink 3 inches into the soggy turf out there, So were interesting times, that's for sure.
What was it like? Because, we look back on history and the VFL almost sort of went broke back in the early to mid-'80s. Was there a sense of that from the playing groups amongst yourselves? Because, we've...
I don't think... Look, there wasn't big money being thrown around. There were certain clubs, I think, like your Collingwood. I remember a big contract going out for a Richmond player that went across to Collingwood. Edwards was his name.
Yeah, Butch Edwards.
Butch Edwards. But this is the thing about Ron. I'll come back to Ron Barassi. Barassi had this vision even before then, that for the game to survive, it needed to go national, and he was even thinking internationally too, probably. So it was the foresight of Ron Barassi's. He pushed that sort of stuff and obviously went up to Sydney and helped out and coached for when they went up there as well. And so he didn't just, it wasn't just him talking, he actually was a doer as well. And, but yeah, certainly, the VFL competition itself was, once it went national, it's, and the TV rights and all that, so it certainly saved the day.
Oh, yeah. That would have been right at the end of your time there, Des.
That's why I asked.
Where Collingwood...
it was 80, the year I finished 82, I reckon South Melbourne ended up in Sydney either they were playing games on
the Sunday,
games, or they actually relocated. I can't quite remember.
I reckon it was 82. But you had Collingwood and Richmond almost trying to kill each other with recruiting players. With Philip Walsh, there was David Cloak, Rains. It was incredible. It was just quite crazy.
Very true.
Ridiculous.
So I mean, there was money being thrown around that probably these clubs probably didn't have, I guess, and then you had certain clubs over the journey that have been very, very close to insolvency. So but I think the way the AFL's got it structured now, it's they're still pouring lots of money up north, of course, but it's because of the TV rights that they've managed to keep all these clubs, and the location of a footy club now is not as critical as it was probably 10 years ago.